Hey guys, it's trail camera season. So we're going over to Redmond, Utah to Trophy Rock, and we're gonna pick up some trophy rock for our trail cameras. And talking to Blake over there at the mine, and he invited us to take a tour of the mine and to go shoot some dynamite, so it should be fun.
Glad you can make it. Hey, how's it going?
Good. Tell us a little bit about trophy rock. How do you put the magic in it?
Well, actually Mother Nature did, so I can't take the claim for it all. It's an all-natural mineral lick, and it's not man-made. That's the first thing is we want everybody to know that we don't make it, we mine it. And so that's why you guys are here, is we're going to give you a tour of the mine and the facility, and you can see where we get it from, our underground deposit. What's cool about trophy rock is that it's all natural, and it has over 65 natural sea minerals in it, both macro and micro. And there's nothing else out there as a mineral supplement for deer that has that many different minerals in it. So it makes for a really natural deer mineral lick, and the deer really take to it. They like the flavor of it, and then once it's in their systems and in their rumens, their bodies naturally know how to break it down and utilize it for antler growth, for overall herd health, stronger bones, stronger heat cycles. You know, in the East, in the whitetail world, it's the #1 selling deer mineral supplement out there. And Bass Pro and Cabela's and Gander Mountain and Sportsman's Warehouse sell more trophy rock than anything else. So it's quite a hot tool to use for a year-round mineral supplement for whitetail hunters. In the East, it's been out for a lot of years and had a lot of success. It's just been recently, actually, in the West, that it's gotten really discovered by guys with trail cameras that are putting it out and using it as a scouting tool for deer and elk. And mule deer and elk take to it really well. And so, you know, we are selling quite a bit of it now in those states where you can legally do it, and taking a trophy rock out and putting your trail camera in front of it, especially right before the hunting seasons, and, you know, finding that buck or that elk that you're trying to target. The animals actually smell it, and so they find it really quick, and they find it by, you know, that sense of smell, and then they take to it, you know, quick. So you can get these rocks out, and sometimes I found that same evening I've had elk and deer already hit it, which is nice. Things I've learned, if they're not really hitting that site too well, you can go ahead and move it, and you can kind of go shopping around with the trail camera and a rock, and finally find that honey hole where that old buck's kind of hanging out. They use it the most when they're in the velvet stage and their antlers are developing. It's taking a lot of mineral out of their system to do that, and so they use it the most. When they go hard horned, you'll see that they'll not need as much, and the requirements for their mineral balances isn't as much as it is in the summertime use.
The mining history here started in the late 50s. The first 30 years was open pit mining, and about the last 30 has been an underground operation. So when we start underground in here, all we're doing is starting from a high wall in this old open pit and tunneling. Today we have just a little over 10 miles of tunnel, ranging from about 100 foot in depth to 500 feet. Coming in the portal haul trucks. So this is the high wall we just started, you know, boring tunnel. Go kind of slow for a minute, let your eyes adjust. We're multi-levels in that from 100 feet to 500 feet in depth. We have 4 levels. Right here we're driving on the first level, so really what that means is there's 3 levels below us here. So 80 feet through this floor is the ceiling of level 2. Wow. That's the amount of inner burden we leave between levels, is 80 feet. That whole face up there is this is the direction we're mining. So every time we do a blast, it's about 100 holes that we're drilling in that. The face is roughly 70 feet wide, 30 feet high, doing about 100 holes in there, loading it up with about 2,000 pounds of explosives. We use an 18-foot drill still. we're drilling, we get about 15 feet of depth out of that. So every time we blast this 70 by 30 feet, we're advancing 15 feet further every time we blast. This is what it looks like as, you know, it blasts out and it's laying here on the ground. All we really do after it's blasted out is come in here with a front end loader, pick it up, put it on 60-ton trucks where it's hauled to the surface. And on the surface is where it's crushed down to make 465, or the chunks, the natural chunks that are out of here are sorted out on a belt line up there for our trophy rock market.
So it's really not processed or anything, you just take it out, it's natural, that's what you
Correct. 100% natural. We're not doing anything to it other than the crushing process.
We just got done touring the mine. Now we're gonna go to the range, shoot some dynamite. So tune in next week to see that.